A typical car buyer spends, what, maybe 48 seconds on a dealership website before they just, vanish. But what happens when you find a pocket of the internet where people actually stay twice as long?
Right, and they're actually doing the really tedious work of building out the exact price of a vehicle while they're there.
Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're looking at a 9-month, fully transparent Google Analytics case study from an Ohio Hyundai dealer.
Yeah, running from November 2025 all the way to July 2026.
Exactly. And our mission today for you listening is to decode what true, like high quality web traffic actually looks like. We're completely bypassing the usual glossy marketing
They
promises.
are. We're diving straight into the raw GA4 data to see exactly how traffic from one specific vendor, which is dealerleads.com, actually behaves on a dealer site.
Because, in the old days of the internet, measuring web traffic was basically like putting a simple clicker at a store entrance, right? You just counted bodies walking through the door.
Oh yeah, totally. But GA4, which is the newest version of Google Analytics, well, it just doesn't work like that anymore.
Right, it's way more sophisticated now.
Exactly. Think of GA4 less like a door counter and more like a motion sensor camera. It's looking for these micro behaviors. It tracks what they call user engagement events.
So it only counts someone as engaged if they actively stay on the page for, what, more than 10 seconds? Or if they view multiple pages.
Right, or if they trigger a conversion. The whole mechanism is specifically designed to filter out the bots and, the accidental clicks. It weeds out the window shoppers.
Which makes sense. So looking at this Hyundai dealer's data, the average web traffic is definitely those window shoppers. They had an engagement rate of around 42%, and they stayed for just those fleeting 48 seconds.
Yeah, but here's where it gets really interesting. The traffic coming from dealer leads. They delivered an incredible average engagement time of 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Wait, nearly double the dealer's average.
Nearly double. And their engagement rate was 72.08%. That is a massive 30 points above the dealer average.
Okay, but I have to stop you right there. I spent 10 minutes just picking a movie on a streaming app. Is a minute and 43 seconds really enough time to prove someone wants to buy a $30,000 car?
Well, in web time, absolutely. When the baseline attention span is under a minute, nearly doubling that is, well, it's a massive behavioral shift.
Oh, I see. So it's relative.
Exactly. It means they aren't just glancing and bouncing. They're actively scrolling. They're reading specs, clicking through the photo galleries.
Right, so that motion sensor camera is definitely going off.
Yes, it is. It triggered over 6,861 distinct user engagement events for just this one vendor. It's basically the data science equivalent of someone walking onto the lot and demanding the keys for a test drive.
Wow, okay, so they are definitely staying longer, but there's still a massive gap between staring at a screen and actually buying a Hyundai, right? Do these highly engaged users actually take action?
Well, the data shows they brought in 2,838 first visit events.
Which just means brand new users landing on the site, proving the old adage, right? New eyeballs today, sell cars tomorrow.
Exactly. And they actually rank as the highest key events vendor. They were #1 in form engagement with 353 events and CTA interactions with 243.
And click-to-call completions too, right? I think I saw 125 events for that. But wait, I'm going to push back on this a little bit.
Go for it.
Clicking a call button from a smartphone is incredibly easy. Are these visitors actually doing the heavy lifting of, like, pricing out a vehicle?
That is the perfect question because you always want to look for the friction. And yes, the analytics show Dealer Leads is the #1 vendor in digital retailing tool completions.
Oh, wow. So they're actually using the complex tools.
Exactly. Specifically the Build My Price tool. They had an astounding 12,222 events there, alongside being #1 in special offer completions with 42 events.
Right, because you have to pick the trim, the paint color, type in your zip code to calculate local taxes. You do not do that for fun.
No, you definitely don't. That is a trackable, high-friction behavior that indicates serious in-market intent.
So for you listening, the big takeaway here is the vital shift from vanity metrics to behavioral data. It's no longer about who can just dump the highest volume of random clicks onto your website.
Right. It's about using modern tracking to prove who is actually staying, scrolling, and fighting through the friction of your forms.
Exactly. Transparent analytics draw a really hard line between empty traffic and serious buyers.
And it leaves you with a critical question to think about. If a transparent look at the data proves one vendor can completely shatter the average site engagement just by bringing in the right people, well, what hidden truths and potentially wasted budgets are buried in the analytics of your own industry just waiting to be uncovered?